Do you ever get panic attacks that just won't go away no matter what you try? Do you ever wonder how others are coping with their anxiety? Do you need a good laugh? If you said yes to any of these questions, then you're in the right place. Today, I'm going to try to make you laugh while I share my 10 unique and interesting methods to stop or prevent an anxiety or panic attack. Stick around and let's have some fun. Tip number 1. The 4-7-8 deep breathing technique. Alright guys, so I know that I said I was going to give you some unique and different tips, and I promise that I will. But this first tip is very important. I do this every time I'm feeling anxious, or if I'm having a panic attack, or if I'm just trying to relax and go to sleep. It is great for all of those things. So the 4-7-8 is exactly what it sounds like. You want to inhale for 4 seconds. Then you want to hold it for 7 seconds. After the 7 seconds are up, you want to exhale for 8 seconds, making kind of a whooshing sound, like if anything, you feel kind of silly making sounds, and maybe that'll help you calm down too. But it is proven to be a particular breathing technique that can help relax the body and bring the heart rate down. I believe that this tip should be incorporated with all the other tips that I give you on this list. Tip number 2. Talk to yourself in the mirror. Sometimes when you're having a panic attack, you feel like you need someone to talk to, and there's not always someone there to be with you to help calm you down. In my experience, I've learned that going to the mirror and looking at myself and telling myself that I'm going to be okay actually helps calm me down. I know this tip might not work for everyone, but I encourage you to have faith in yourself and give it a shot. Sometimes you just need to hear it from yourself. Tip number 3. Scream silently to yourself in your head.
Say what?
I learned this one from my wife a few years ago when she was struggling with anxiety as well. She found a tip online that said to close your eyes and just imagine yourself screaming, "Stop it, stop it, stop it." And you're talking to the anxiety, or you're talking to the panic attack. I don't know why it works, but if you close your eyes and just kind of scream at your brain or scream at the anxiety to stop, it'll listen. Like I said, I know it's a little out there, but when you're having a panic attack, you never know what might work. Tip number 4. Exercise or take a walk. Alright guys, I know this is kind of a more basic tip that you've probably heard before, but I do feel it is worth mentioning in this list. Sometimes it is counterintuitive to want to do physical movement when you're having a panic attack, because you might be concerned about your heart rate or your breathing, and you feel like moving or walking or running or whatever kind of exercise it might be could elevate that, and that could, scare you even more and make it worse. But that's not always the case. It is proven that walking or light running actually releases endorphins into your body. Endorphins interact with receptors in your brain that trigger a positive feeling in the body. Have you ever heard of a runner's high? It's the same thing. Of course, it's also worth saying that exercising every day is a great way to relieve general anxiety in your everyday life. Personally, I try to walk on the treadmill or walk around the block at least a few times a week just to keep myself in decent shape and keep my heart healthy. Tip number 5. Close your eyes, visualize your anxiety surrounding your body, then watch it slowly fade away.
What the fuck?
Alright, that was perfect. That's at least the title. Alright guys, this one is so unconventional and bizarre that I had to completely redo the take. As you can see, my camera is now in a different spot. I'm going to try to explain this in a better way that makes more sense. I almost considered not even putting it in the video, but it has honestly helped me so many times that I would be remiss to not share it with you. So you can start indoors or outdoors, standing or sitting. I prefer to go to a quiet room and just sit down in a chair. I close my eyes. Once my eyes are closed, it's almost like I'm looking down on myself. I visualize this black fog that's surrounding my body, almost like negative energy that I can see, like it's something palpable, something tangible. I then visualize that I have control of this fog or smoke. Maybe smoke's a better way to explain it. I watch the black fog kind of just fade out like fog does in the morning. I don't know. Like, just for some reason, this particular method has worked a lot for me. Maybe it's just the fact that I've closed my eyes and focused on something. Maybe it has nothing to do with my weird idea about a black fog and watching it fade away. But whatever it is, it has worked for me, and hopefully it'll work for some of you as well. Tip number 6. Do some chores. Alright, that sounds terrible. You're having an anxiety attack. You're having a panic attack. You're freaking out. And now I'm telling you to go do the dishes? Are you kidding me? No, I'm not kidding. Sometimes when you're having an anxiety attack, you just need to get your mind off of it. You need to put your brain in a different place. Doing chores or cleaning is a great way to do that. I don't know what it is about doing dishes that helps calm me down. Maybe it's the nature of the mundane task, the focus on something other than the anxiety. Whatever it is, it helps. So yeah, unless your anxiety is actually about the chores that you need to do that day, maybe give it a shot.
No way, dude.
Okay, sorry.
Tip number 7. Listen to some music. Alright, this one's kind of back to earth. I am a huge fan of music. I love all different types of music. It is one of my passions in life.
Okay, that might not be the best way to calm down from a panic attack, but there definitely is plenty of music out there that can help calm you down. A study by MindLab International in August of 2018 showed that certain songs could reduce stress and anxiety by up to 65%. So while your mileage may vary by genre, it definitely can't hurt to try to listen to some of your favorite tracks.
So yeah, you put your headphones on, you close your eyes, and you just let the music take you somewhere else. Now you're probably noticing a trend here. A lot of times you just need to close your eyes and get away from everything for a minute.
But with my next tip, you probably want to try it with your eyes open.
Ugh, some of these titles are absolutely ridiculous.
This one's all about using your 5 senses to get yourself reacquainted with your environment and identifying 5 separate sensations for each sense. We'll start simple with sight. Just look around. Find 5 objects in your environment. Then you can move on to touch. If you want, go touch those items. See what they feel like. Are they soft and silky? Are they hard and jagged? Though I would advise against trying to feel your wife's skin. Though I would advise against trying to feel up on somebody's skin if they're sleeping. They might not like that. You might get a rude awakening. Ha 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 ha. Smell. Smell is a bit of a difficult one to find 5 of, I know, but see how many different aromas you can smell. If you don't do your dishes like I told you to, you might actually find 5 different smells. Sound might seem tricky, but if you actually listen closely, you probably can find 5 distinct sounds in your environment. And of course, taste. Find 5 items in your environment and taste them. Does your keyboard taste salty? Does your pillow taste sweet? Does the tree outside taste spicy? If you have your charger unplugged, find out if it tastes sour. And of course, if you've ever had Chinese food, then you already know what your cat tastes like. So kitty's safe today. You just gotta find 25 different sensations all in all. I think I did that right. 5, 10. Take your time and do your best. You'll be surprised how much better you feel as you go through these tasks. Tip number 9. Online communities. These days, it's easier than ever to find groups of people just like you and that understand you and know how you feel. Chances are, if you have anxiety or panic attacks, then you know what it's like to be up all night, not being able to sleep, and having nobody to talk to. That's where communities like Twitch and Discord can be absolutely wonderful tools. Sometimes I don't want to wake up my wife at 4 o'clock in the morning and tell her I'm having a panic attack. I'll go into a Twitch or Discord channel. No matter what time of day it is, there's always people actively talking, chatting, and just hanging out. Simply knowing that there are people there in the chat can alleviate that feeling of loneliness and make you feel like you're hanging out with a group of people. I often find myself chatting on Twitch until I fall asleep. While results may vary depending on the community or type of the community, generally most people are accepting of those. Generally, most people are actually accepting of people. Generally, most people in these online communities are accepting of other people's that having. Generally, most people in these online communities are actually very accepting of other people that have anxiety or panic disorders. Now, some groups might have. You coming in here? Can I finish this like 2 sentences? Well, just turn that light on. You can stand there. Hold on.
Sorry.
If you need someone to talk to about anxiety, but you're in a non-anxiety related group, just be kind of subtle about how you word it. You don't want to jump in a chat and say, "OMG, I'm freaking out. Somebody help me, please." There are a few that might try to actually aggravate your condition. So just go in, say hi, and see what happens.
Tip number 10. Remember your past victories against your anxiety.
Alright, the final tip does sound simple enough, but for me personally, it's been very effective in alleviating previous anxiety attacks. What you can do is think back to a previous panic attack. What steps did you take to alleviate it in that moment? How did it feel once you finally calmed down? Remember those things. It's okay to give yourself credit and find courage in knowing that you have conquered these battles before. That sounds okay. I can't tell you how many times over the past few years that I've actually prevented a panic attack just by reminding myself that I always come out okay in the end.
History always repeats itself. You overcame your anxiety attack in the past, and you're going to make it through again today.
Alright everyone, that's going to wrap it up for today. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to smash that... Wait, what? Smash that? What does that even mean? Make sure to smash that. Smash. I don't know. That's what it says here. Honestly though, I would love your guys' feedback. Let me know in the comments if anything in this video was useful or funny. As terrible as this video is though, I had so much fun making it. Up until a week ago, I had never posted anything to YouTube and I had zero experience with video editing software. I'll definitely be making more videos in the future, so let me know what you'd like to see more of. I'm open to any ideas or any tips for improvement, including all those bad cuts. Now, I know I made a lot of jokes in this video, and I hope you enjoyed them, but I do want to be clear that I take anxiety, depression, and any other mental health related issue very seriously. Personally, I've been struggling with anxiety and severe panic attacks for over 15 years, and I know just how hard it really is. Life can be overwhelming sometimes, but there is always hope. If you or anybody you care about is struggling with any of these issues, don't be afraid to reach out for help and talk about it. If you ever feel too overwhelmed, you can always call the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The people are absolutely wonderful and it is totally confidential. Remember that you are cared about and your life really does matter. I encourage all of you to treat everyone with kindness, dignity, and respect in your everyday lives. Small acts of kindness really can go a long way in making this world a better place. I have faith that if we stick together, stay positive, we can make this a life worth living. Thanks for watching, everyone. Swerve City out!